Good evening. Welcome to day two of today's program. And now that we're actually on day two of today's program, we are going to be starting with, let's see what we have for today. Let's see what we have for today. So for today, we'll look into for today, we are going to look into pips. And come, let me share my screen. Just a minute. Okay. 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 So today, we are going to look into this, and they are actually, we are looking into pips, lots, leverage. We look into brokers, platforms, and charting softwares. We now deal with types of traders, swing, day, position, scalp. We now look into technical analysis. Now let's start with pips. What exactly is a pip? What exactly is a pip? I'm going to share my screen right now so that you can see. A pip is known as point in percentage, and it's the largest, and it's a tiny measure of the change in currency pair in the forex market. It can be measured in terms of the quotes or in terms of the underlying currencies. Determining your profit and losses is an essential part of trading. So let's take a closer look at how pips and spread factors in this equation. Now, let me not bore you with so much stories here. What a pip simply means is a very straightforward thing. And this is what exactly a pip means. A pip is just when you say, a pip is just when you say, I have 1 over 100 times 1 over 100. Then 1 times 1 is what? 1. 100 times 100 is what? 10,000. So if 100 times 100 is 10,000, then for me, I can say that 100, 1 divided by 10,000 is what? 0.0001. So what they see as a peak, what they see as 1 peak, is when you count from here 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in other words, this is exactly what we see as a peak, this one here. So the fourth value from the decimal is what they see as what? A peak. This is 1 peak. Let's say you have a very simple exchange rate, and that exchange rate is 0.0017. 0.0017. So this is 1 peak. And this is 7 pipettes. So if you have 1 pip and 7 pipettes, that is this pipette, you have no business with this pipette. The people that are usually connected or have business with that pipette are the brokers. I repeat, you don't have any business with that pipette. Are you with me? The brokers are usually the ones in charge of that pipette. Let me take a very good example. What if you have an exchange rate, probably 1.25, 800, and I tell you that Mr. Daniel, or who is the house again, and I say Mr. David, add, let's say I say Mr. David, add 2 pips to that. Mr. David is expected to count from the decimals, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th value from the decimal is the P. This last value probably can be 1, it can be 2, is what? The pipette. You get that, class? What if I say add 10 pips to this exchange rate? Remember, I added 1 the other time. What if I say add 10 pips to this exchange rate? So this should be what? 1 and 0. 0 comes down. 0 plus 0, 0. 8 plus 1, 9. 5 comes down. 2.1. So I've added 10 pips to that exchange rate. Let me talk about yen pair. Yen pairs are pairs that are usually from the Japanese side. What am I trying to say? Yen pairs are those pairs that end with JPYs. Example of yen pairs are Euro JPY. Another example of yen pair is CHF JPY. Another example of yen pair is AUD JPY. All these are yen pairs. Are you with me? All these are yen pairs. Yen pairs is always having an exchange rate like this. 1/10. You know, the previous one I did was 1/100 times 1/10. 1 times 1 is 1. 10 times 10 is what? 100. So that's 0.01. Now, just the way I did previously, let's say I have a rate, an exchange rate, which is 0.015. This one you see here is 1 pip. This 5 you see here is 5 pipettes. Are you seeing it? 1 pip and 5 pipettes. So you see. So very simple. If I have a simple exchange rate, let's say I have a very simple exchange rate, and that exchange rate is 1 over, sorry, let's say that exchange rate is 153.29. Let's say I was told to add 10 pips to this. I'll just come here and add 1 and 0 here. So adding 10 pips to this, you give me what? 153.39. 153.39. So that's that. So let's go to the next phase for today without wasting much time. The next phase for today is what they call lots. Lots represents the size of your trade in the forex market. And in another interpretation, lot is the number of currency units which you will trade in forex. Actually, class, there are 4 types of lots. They are nano lots, standard lots, mini lots, and micro lots. I don't like to talk about the nano lot because the nano lot is not really relevant. I repeat, the nano lot is not really relevant. So what seems to be relevant is these 3 I wrote here. Now, I have Mr. David, I have Mr. George, and Mr. Latif. Let's do a short mathematics. Let's say Mr. David calls me that, Mr. God's power, I have $100. What will be my lot size? There's a formula for lots. The formula is X over 10,000. So in other words, if I do want to work on this mass calculation, Its lot size, it will be $100 divided by 10,000. Zeros cancel zeros. So 1 divided by 100 is what? 0.01. So the process whereby 1 divided by 100 is 0.01. You can see this as what? A micro lot. It's question whereby you have, let's say somebody like Mr. Latif calls me that Mr. Gospower, I have so and so amount in the forest market. What would be my lot size? Probably I'll tell the man to go with 1,000 divided by 10,000. Zeros cancel zeros. So that's what? 0.1. So this is what? A micro lot. Sorry, a mini lot size. So for the last one, if I come here and I see something like 10,000 over 10,000. 10,000 over 10,000. 10,000, we cancel 10,000. So that will be what? 1. So this is what? A standard lot size. Now let me quickly explain something briefly. A micro lot size is a lot size that ranges from $100 to $900. That's the micro lot size. In other words, even if you have $900, what you're using is a micro lot size. A mini lot size is a lot size that ranges from $1,000 to $9,000. A standard lot size is a lot size that ranges from what? From $10,000 upwards. A standard lot size is a lot size that ranges from what? 10,000 is greater than 10,000 upwards. So these are lot sizes. Leverage. Leverage results from using borrowed capital as a funding source when investing to expand defense assets base and generate returns on risk capital. Now, see what leverage is saying. Don't worry, I will still give you people this PDF to go and enjoy. See what leverage is saying. Leverage is saying that if, for instance, Mr. David is having $100 in the forest market, the man can actually increase his leverage. How? It is the brokers that will increase it. Somebody opened the live account through my link today, and I told him the right leverage to use. Probably with $100. That would be what? If you use a leverage to 1 to 500. That's 100 times 500. 100 times 500 will give you what? $50,000. Now, $50,000 is to you, you are thinking that you are trading with only $100. But in the broking firm, they are seeing your $100 as 50,000 naira. Are you seeing it? In the broking firm, they are seeing your $100,000 $100 as $50,000. And in this case, we can say that the brokers can get their commissions from leverage. Let's proceed. The next one is brokers. Brokers are firms that provide traders with access to a platform that allows them to buy and sell foreign currencies. Transactions in this market are always between a pair of two different currencies. So traders either buy or sell the particular pair they want to trade. Now, forex brokers may also be known as retail forex brokers. Now, let me explain something. Brokers are those people that gives us the platform in which we use to trade the forex market. What platforms do brokers give to us? They give us MetaTrader 4 and they give us MetaTrader 5. Let us see an example of brokers. Example of brokers. We have forex brokers. We have Forex Time, Apari. We have OptaFX. We have HotForex. We have XN Forex, XNES, so on and so forth. I can even add to it. We have plenty of it. We have FXTM, which is not there. We have Top FX, which is not there. We have Insta FX, which is not there. We have a lot of them. Now, all these brokers, what they do is they have so much in the market now. The truth is, if you don't know the right broker to use, you make a big mistake in this business. Like I have the broking firm I use is called HotForex. I repeat, the broking firm I use is called HotForex. And since when I've been using HotForex for once, I've never regretted because I have a live account with them and I also have a commission account with them. Are you with me? I also give them, I have a commission account and a live account with them. Since when I've been trading with HotForex, I've not ever seen a reason to change my broking firm. I've never seen a reason to change my broking firm because they are so unique. Another good one I also refer to my students is what they call Apari. I also refer OptaFX to them. Then I also refer what they call them Antec to them. Antec is another wonderful. For those people who are trading here already, they know what I'm talking about. And if you are a newbie here, I am telling you that the one I use here is HotForex. And since when I've been using HotForex, I've never regretted it for once. Are you here? In fact, right now, there are some broking firms that they will tell you that $1 to Naira is 400 Naira. But the question is, you don't know the conditions of these broking firms. You don't just pick broking firms without the idea of your mentor. I repeat, you don't just pick a broking firm without the idea of who? Your mentor. Are you with me? So that's that. Platforms and charting software. There are three types of platform and charting software. I will be dealing with only one, but that's what I use. And thank God that I showed you that yesterday when I was trying to show you buy and sell. You see that platform I showed you yesterday? That's a very good example of what they call it. That's a very good example of what TradingView. TradingView is actually a platform that many traders they use in the financial market. I repeat, TradingView is a platform that many traders they use in the financial market. Traders. Let's talk about 6 types of traders. There are actually 6 types of traders. We have scalp trader, we have day trader, we have algorithmic trader, we have swing traders. Let me start with scalp traders. There are much. A scalp trader is a trader that short-term trader. Scalpers are short-term traders focusing on holding positions for time frames as small as few seconds to a few minutes. Day traders are traders that are also affected by negative news. They also don't like their trades to go over to the next day. Let me explain what I'm trying to say. Scalp traders are people that like to come to the market, they get their profits and they run off. They don't like their trade to go over to the, normally in the forex market, if your trade should go over to the next day, the brokers will charge you what they call swap fee. Swap fee is a fee the broker charge you when your trade rolls over to the next day. Are you with me? Swap fee is a fee the brokers will charge you when your trade goes over to the next day. You get it? Now, The next one I'd like to talk about is swing traders. Swing traders are traders that hold on to position for a long time. I don't always like swing trading. It has so many disadvantages. Number one, you are going to be holding on to trade for a very long time, which is not so good. And number two, you don't even have, most times they don't have a particular strategy that they use in the forex market. They don't have a particular strategy that they use in the forex market. So these are swing traders. Position traders are traders that like to hold position for a very, very long time. Position traders are traders that like to hold position for a very, very long time. Example of position traders are, I have a friend that the nature of his job doesn't permit him to trade. So what he does is he sits down, he says, how do we analyze this market? And we analyze the market together. And guess what? After that, the guy will enter the trade. The same amount you and I that we are backing every week to make. If this man's strategy is right, this man will probably make the same amount of money. So, algorithmic trader. Presently, I'm designing a robot, and that robot is not fully ready. What that robot does is that robot enters the market when it's right to go into the market. Are you agreeing? And like I said, a robot is a piece of script that runs once. A robot is a piece of script that runs once. You get it? So robots are so essential in the trading market. But I always notice something about people. People always see robots as a means to quickly make money, so on and so forth. Well, if you don't even know how to use your strategies, there is no way you can successfully use the robot. Because most of these indicators you see, they are actually used to design these robots. Let's proceed. Event-driven traders. These are traders that keep on to live world news. These are traders that keep up to live world news. They are more or less like fundamental traders because they always like to use the news to trade. On Friday, I will teach you people how to use the news to trade. And you'll be so surprised that this strategy is one in a million. As in, it's a very, very good method of trading, a fundamental analysis method of trading the news. So class, thank you very much. Is there any question in the house? Is there any question in the house? Okay, Mr. Sonny, ask your question. Mr. Sonny, unmute yourself and ask your question. Yeah. Mr. George, good evening, sir. Mr. George, good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. George.
Good day, sir.
Yes, sir. Please ask your question.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. Ask your question.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. George. Well done, sir.
Well done. I want to know, you just mentioned different type of trader. But
yes. I'm listening to you, sir.
What candle, as in the time frame, 15-minute candle, 1 hour, you did not mention the time frame, the candle, are they expected to trade? You know, we have 15-minute candle, 1 hour, and so on. So I would like to know.
Well, I can't talk about candlesticks here because we have babies in the forex market here. If I talk about candlesticks, I will confuse some people. So you can patiently wait till Friday, sir.
Okay.
I will talk about candlesticks on Friday, sir. You get that?
Okay, now no
You wait on Friday.
problem, sir.
I will say the right
Okay.
the right time frame to trade. To trade it. Are you
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Ede Sunday, ask your questions.
Okay.
All right, sir. Yes. Mr. Sunday, unmute yourself and ask your questions. Mr. Sunday, okay, who else in the house that wants to ask a question? Who else in the house that wants to ask a question? Okay. If there's nobody, I want to use this means to say a very big thank you to those that subscribe to my channel, those that watch the recorded version of the class. I appreciate all of you. Please, if you have not subscribed, try and do so that you benefit from all this. I want to, tomorrow, I will drop some screen recorders on the WhatsApp platform. I will be using Mr. George. Please unmute yourself. Mr. George, unmute yourself, please. Okay, since the man can't unmute himself, or maybe his network, tomorrow I will use somebody's phone to teach a class. Can I use your phone to teach a class tomorrow, sir? Can I use your phone to teach a class tomorrow? Okay, please. I will drop some things tomorrow. I need people to also download it. I will use one of your phones to teach a class tomorrow. Thank you very, very much, everybody. I appreciate you people. Thanks for coming, and God bless you all. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.